Hey, what's going on? It's Rick here. And if you guys have an iPad mini and you've got kids and you're looking for a case that will protect your mini from your kids, you might be interested in this one. It is by Case. It's called the KidBox and comes in a wide variety of colors. You kind of see their little slip sleeve that goes around the case. Winking iPad mini looking right at you. But again, this is geared towards kids. I suspect adults could use it if they wanted to as well. I've got it in green, and the material it's made out of is an EVA material. So it's kind of this dense but spongy material that's going to protect your iPad mini from drops as well as bumps and things like that really well. This is going to cushion your mini and provide a great deal of shock absorption. Now, I'm kind of giving it away. It's got a built-in stand, and I'll show you that in a minute, but this is how you're going to insert your mini. So let me pull this into frame and show you how this is done. I'll do the best that I can on camera. At an angle, it's a little bit more difficult than if it was right in front of me. And I am going to call out, if you've got a screen protector on your mini, you're going to want to be real careful with how you install this. Take your time, go slow, because you could certainly and easily bubble up your screen protector if you're not careful. So that's what it looks like when it's in the case. Let's take a look at it up close. Here is your home button. There is a little bit of a gap there. It doesn't create any issues with pressing the home button. It is very responsive. You still get a clicky tactile feel to it, but there is a bit of a gap there. So you want to be careful you don't get crumbs or dirt, debris, things like that down in there that are going to scratch your mini. There's a great lay on the table design. This comes up over the screen, so if it hits a surface, your screen is really not going to be hitting that surface as long as it's a flat one. The case is, and it'll protect it quite well. Up along the top, there's our camera cutout as well as our light sensor. No problems there. Let's go ahead, and I'll come back to this handle in a moment here, but let's go ahead and flip it around to the side here. All enclosed except for this area where you've got your volume buttons that are really easy to get into. You do have to dig your finger in just a bit. And there is your rotation lock. Now, I will say that is a little bit more difficult to get to. You're going to need to use a nail, a fingernail, to get in there and switch that in most cases. Just flip it around to the back side, and before I do that, let me show you right here is your sleep awake, and it does require a little bit extra push to engage. It's not too big of a problem, but it does require a little bit of an extra push. Down along the bottom here, there's your speaker cutouts. I have not heard any issue with sound distortion or muffling, so it seems to work just fine. Here is an integrated cover for your lightning connector, as you see right there. And it latches into place, so it's not going to flop open on its own. There is some KidBox branding by Case right there. This is the big area that's open on the back of the case, which I'll admit I'm a bit concerned if kids are using this because they tend to want to put their fingers back here. You can get dirt, debris, and things like that. So probably slap on a back protector if you're going to use this, or take this out from time to time to make sure you keep it clean. Your camera cutout, obviously that's just fine, no problems whatsoever. As we take a look right up here, you're going to see there's your microphone cutout. It aligns just fine, no problems. And there is your headphone jack cutout. And it's a bit recessed, and I would also say that if you've got oversized connectors, you might run into an issue getting them to work with this particular case. Now, as far as the stands go, one, it's a handle, so you can walk around with this. Just make sure your kids aren't hitting each other with it or whacking each other with it. Your stands are going to work just like this. So one, you can do a stand like that. Or two, you can flip it around this way and do a stand like that for a viewing angle. Or three, put it like this and you get a nice typing angle. So a number of integrated stands are built into this. It is the KidBox. It is by Case. It's going to get my 3.5 out of 5, provides a decent level of protection. Certainly that area in the back is an area of concern for me. A little bit of a gap here is also a concern, but otherwise it's not too bad of a choice. It gets my 3.5 out of 5. If you guys have questions, comments, or feedback, as always, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody, and have fun.